Streaming. Man, I must be streaming. Streaming. I know that's right. Hold up. Hold up. I said, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I said, Lord have mercy. Y'all scoot up. Get comfortable. Hit the like button. I can't be that loud. I'm trying to find balance. I'm trying to find balance in my voice this morning, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know. I'm up and it's early. I'm early and it's up. Ooh. Y'all scoot up, hit the like button. We politicking today. So shout out to that. Um, oh, we got so much to discuss. We got a lot to get into. Child, but I'm chilling. I said, what can I say? Yes, I'm chilling. So, hold on. Crazy. Sitting on the floor and I was wondering, like, what's gonna end up happening? You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, man, please don't let nothing bite me. Then all of a sudden, here comes something that can bite me. Shoot, a spider. Dang, man. Oh, well, the good news is I don't be seeing a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that. I don't see a lot of stuff crawling, not in my room. So glad I saw that spider before that spider saw me. Streaming, and I must be streaming. I'm streaming. Baby, I am streaming today. I know that. I said, I just Just know that. Okay, let's have some. Like, man, I don't know. It's just like I be getting it. Like, I don't want to be it for real. Like it's like I tell y'all all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can't really have it both ways. So like when I can, I go. Period. I be gone. So shout out to that. Let's see. Yeah, y'all. Like I said, we'll be streaming today. Okay. And I'm streaming this morning. So shout out to that for anybody who didn't want to come through. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Comments are saved for after the show. If you guys want to comment, make sure y'all get it in, okay? Period. Hit that like button. If you want to comment on anything that was said on today's show, um, hit that like button and make sure you comment, okay? It just is what it is. But the comments are going to be saved for the end, okay? The exact end, which I like. I like that. Yeah, nah, truth is, I like that, okay? Because, like, comments are live. Don't get it twisted. Y'all lit, you know what I'm saying? But, um, my comments haven't necessarily got lit like I like them to, like I would like them to, or I would prefer, so to speak. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna you know, put a pause on them. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I'm gonna put a pause on them for a minute, okay? Because they be so distracted. You know what I'm saying? They be one, they're distracted. Two, like it's just too much confusion and stuff that comes with them too. Yeah, no, truth is, um, you want the truth? You know you gotta be able to handle it over here. So shout out to that. Yeah, no, comments, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure them out a little bit. But like I said, I know they can be confusing. Sometimes they can be a little more harmful than helpful. Yeah. So, they're turned off. It just is what it is. They, like that's what that is. That's what that were. They're gonna be turned off until the end, but at the end of the show, go off. Okay, please, like Jordan. Like Jordan in the playoffs, you can go ahead and go off, okay? The minute this live ends. So shout out to that. What else is going on? I'm trying to think. I know this is crazy. But happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Give me a minute. I'm gonna put y'all on a brief hold. Hold on. All right, y'all. Now give me a second. I need to get some coffee going too. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Scoot up, get comfortable, hit the like, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh, and let me just tell y'all too. This show is gonna be long. hmm I mean, I'm aiming for that. I know it's crazy. You see, listen, yesterday I delivered. Yeah, like an OBGY. I said like a doctor. Yesterday I delivered. You know, I birthed it. Yeah, I did that. So shout out to that. Um, and it's crazy because it's like that be happening when I don't make no announcements. The minute I make an announcement, things will get funny. I don't like that. I don't think I like that. But anyway, this is gonna be a lengthy live, okay? So hit the like button and it's like a bookmark, okay? Period. Save your spot so you can come back later, okay? Period. It just is what it is. I don't expect people to be able to stay the whole show. You know what I'm saying? Now if you can, hey, a shout out to that. I know that's right. But yeah, no. Come back. Okay, period. Like Craig had told Smoke. You gotta come back. Yeah, shout out to that. If you can't stay the whole show, come back, okay? So you don't miss a little something, okay? So shout out to that. I got a shout out to when I get back. Yeah, hold on. I'm in the building. Hold on, y'all. paper chaser. I live in the chaser. You know everything greener. And you know everything greener. I've been with a purpose. Now I want to get service. And you know everything greener. You know everything greener. I see Megan Thee Stallion is back outside looking good. Yeah, the truth is Megan is outside looking good. Um, and listen, I don't have no words. Now, truth is, I mean, I have a little something, something, to say, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna bite my tongue a little bit. Yeah, nah, truth is, shit. But I mean, it is what it is. Making back outside, she look good. Now one thing that I'm not gonna bite my tongue about is, like I can't explain it, but I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like Clay Thompson isn't the type of person that you listen. This is the thing. You just I don't know. It's hard to explain, but bashing Clay Thompson is like bashing LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets you nowhere for real. Like yeah, nah. Truth is, all that Tory Lane shit ain't gonna work with Clay Thompson or his fans or any of that. Like they not going. So to me, in my most honest, humble opinion, Megan just needs to keep it moving. I take it a step further though. Even if Clay wasn't Clay, I would still want that pup. It just is what it is. Cause it's like at some point, girl, you know what I'm saying? For real, it's like at some point now, dang. Like Boosie said, I be trying to be cool, but god damn. Well, god damn. But anyway, though, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, and who is back outside and already teasing new music. That's another thing too, though. I want Megan to quit making us these easy bake oven songs. Yeah, now truth is, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. That's my good Texas sis. Okay, and the the critique is never coming from a malicious place. It never is. Yeah, now truth is, it never is. Um, but like no, you know, sometimes the hard conversations just have to be had sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And like, yeah, man, like your fans, your real fans that rock with you, man, listen, I ain't nothing wrong with slowing that thing down a little bit. Period. Like Bobby B said. Yeah, now truth is, shit. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Cause I want some classics. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be around. not this popcorn kernel music, like popcorn, like we all know, popcorn don't last that long. It don't. You pop it, it's gone. Shit. I'm tired of all this popcorn music y'all giving us. Sure. It just is what it is now. Go back. I want some chips. You see, truth is, I want a chip. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, you know how um Kendrick Lamar has spoke on, like dang, y'all know when Kendrick Lamar was basically saying like classics. There's definitely it's just something about uh you know man, it's so hard to explain. It is. It's hard to explain, but it's like, it's when you can listen to a song from um I heard it's the bomb. Ain't got it going on. Give me some of your thug fashion, baby. You see what I'm saying? When you can go all the way back and the song is still a bop like that, you know what I'm saying? That's a timeless hit. That's a classic. And as an artist, you want those. Yeah, now truth is you want those. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now listen, they not like us. To me, they not like us. It is a timeless record. It is what it is. But that's a big hit too. That was a big old hit. Man, let's talk about it. But if I'm being real, like, hey, if you wanna, listen, if you chasing a big hit like that too, then that's cool too. You know, cause again, they not like us. It's gonna get played from years and years on in. But these girls today, right? These girls today, they have gotten away from storytelling. Yeah, now truth is, it is what it is. Speaking of which, I need to listen to Lotto's album. I still ain't listened to Lotto's stuff. God, I know I'm late. Oh, I'm late to the party. But y'all, make sure y'all jump in my comments and let me know, what y'all listening to so far. What's it giving? After I listen to the album, we'll talk about Lotto responding to Cardi and all of that. I'm gonna tell you like this. That you know, it's kind of hard to put into words, but let me try my hardest. You know what I'm saying? Lotto getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Forced her. Well, not forced her, but it gave her the opportunity to take a break from music. Now, I ain't never known Lotto to address everything anyway. Yeah, like a postal worker. I ain't never really known how to do that. But honestly, I think that little break was necessary for Lotto because it did teach her discipline as far as like, she chilling, if that makes sense. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. So shout out to her, shout out to that, and her team too, by the way. Cause she got a lot going on. Hold on, y'all. I'm still here. Y'all know I just like to leave y'all hanging every now and then. Hit the like. But yeah, no. If I'm being all the way real, I think that uh this break from music was good for Lotto. You know what I'm saying? And extremely necessary too. Try the way I be trying to be quiet so I won't wake my kids up like they still infants. It need to be studied. It need to be studied, okay? Try, yes. But anyway, like I was saying, um, shout out to Lotto who uh I don't know, y'all. Damn. Who's been having a lot going on? You know, a lot of people been coming at a lot of, and she been chilling. Which, you know, she just had a baby. That's exactly what she should be doing. Now, again, like I was telling y'all, um, I'm not sure the album should have came out around the same time as, you know, her having the baby. I don't know if that was the best idea, you know, but I do think that I see how it worked for her too. You know what I'm saying? I do see how it worked in her favor as well, you know? So it is what it is. Shout out to her and her team. Now speaking of shout outs, I want to give a shout out to Coffee City, who I rock with. Coffee, I rock with your channel, girl. I sure do. I like your content. I support your content, and I just want to give a shout out to you this morning because I know like here's the thing. See, okay, so this particular creator that I'm talking about, she I would say like she is I don't know what's going on, but I would say like her channel is like transitioning, I would say, or something like that. Seemingly. I don't know. I know she was shaking up things a little bit on her channel. You know what I'm saying? As far as like changing her content and stuff like that. And like, yeah, I was like, okay, girl, you know what I'm saying? 100% in support of that. If I was in support of it, like, like I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, you found a new lane, great. You know what I'm saying? And I was in full support of that. But yeah, she has also been like, I don't know, dibbling and dabbling a little bit back into her old content too as well. So anyway, just shout out to her. I just want her to know that like, um, people still rock with you, people still support you, uh, and your ideas, Sometimes people need to hear that for real, and see that and feel that. And for me, you know, when the shift happened, I still tried to be as supportive as I can be, but um, you know, I wasn't necessarily interested in her new content, to be honest. But I still want to be supportive, and I have not been able to, um, just comment and stuff like that, like I normally do. You know what I'm saying? But um, I want to make an effort, okay, to just still be around, come around, and be supportive. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, yeah, it just is what it is. That's just what type of person I am, and like, yeah, I wanted her to know, that that people still rock with you. People still rock with you. Uh, as a person you are and the platform that you started, regardless of um, the content being different and stuff like that. Because I mean, it is what it is. Listen, um, it's like being on a content creators page because they talk about hip hop all day. You know what I'm saying? Specifically, and then they stop. You know what I'm saying? And they switch it up and they start talking about rock and roll Hall of Famers and stuff like that. That's a huge shift, and so um you just literally really just might not be into that, you know? And so, you know, um, but you can still, stop by every now and then and say, hey, how's it going? Hit the like button. It's just like honking a horn or waving sometimes, truth is. So it is what it is. Like I said, there's definitely ways that you can be supportive and still rock with people, you know. Um, even if they make a change, you know what I'm saying, that you're not necessarily a part of, if that makes sense, y'all. I needed that to make some sense. Anyway, just long story short, I want to give someone a shout out. Shout out to Coffee City who you know, she be getting it in. You know what I'm saying? She do. Shout out to her and shout out to that. Oh no, y'all give me a second and we about to definitely start getting this show on the road, y'all. I'm excited. Hello. Hey, Booba Stars. It's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. June. What's the name? I feel like it's third. Yeah. It's June. It's June 3. So shout out to that. I'm like, man, listen. hey, hey, all that April shower stuff. Mm, it's stretching. What are y'all doing? Baby, them shout that brain is stretching like an athlete. We wailing in June. Yeah, now truth is we wailing in the 6 month. So shout out to that. Um, everything is looking good, looking good, looking good. You know, we on our grind. Ladies and gents, Pooper stars, we all on our grind, you know. Some people harder than others. You know, it is what it is. Like it's levels, it's phases, um, it's setbacks, you know. It's a lot of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, dog. Truth is, it's a lot of. But we just gotta be, I would say, consistent. You know, if nothing else, just be consistent. Um, you know, um, the chalk. You know what I'm saying? The chalk. It just is what it is. Chalk it up and let's go. Ain't nobody got time. Yeah, now I'm telling you right now. Truth is, don't nobody just really, really have time like that. But anyway, um, child, what else is going on these internet streets? It's a lot, but then it's a little bit at the same time. But we are about to start getting into some of these topics. Okay, so shout out to that. Make sure you scoot up, get comfortable, and hit the like button. Now, I really, really child. Anyway, it's a lot going on. So, y'all saw word on the curb is Damian Lillard. I think Damian Lillard might have had a baby with a YT woman. Mm-hmm. Truth is, I think he just, might have been messing with somebody, got her pregnant, and now his wife is his ex-wife at that. That's crazy. I didn't even know Damian Lillard wife. I didn't know he got a divorce. Ugh, that's crazy. I did not know that. Okay, but anyway, so Lillard wife though, ex-wife, is crazy. She already is ex-wife. She is allegedly baby, yeah, she is allegedly putting that money to good use. Okay, yeah, this is what it is. uh, After she filed to see if this lady had his baby. Okay, I said. Oh, there you go, guys. I said, well, go, Mrs. Lillard, or whatever, you know, the good sis name is. She did that. No, because see, people saying they're like, he might have tried to pull a fast one, you know, and she ain't going. Well, she ain't going for it. Yeah, now, truth is, she said, wait, I think I left something. Okay, period. So while she backtracking on that, we gonna go ahead and move forward. Okay. Shout out to that child. We got to move on, like Diddy said. And child. Speaking of Diddy, I said take the what and leave the what, baby. OMG. OMG, y'all. The Diddy tape. Mm, 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 mm. Child, listen. Let me just say, that's crazy. Yeah, now it's just listen. The Diddy stuff left me speechless. Y'all know I hardly ever gained out. Yeah, y'all know if it's one thing, okay. I I just want to say, now I haven't seen the tape, okay, like the actual whatever was leaked out there, because I don't have Twitter. I'm not on X because it just is what it is. It's just I've been and let that go, okay? Period. So shout out to that. But I did see a couple of steals, and I it oh Lord, listen. First of all, it makes sense, but it don't. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like it kind of make a little sense, right? But then it don't. Yeah, now truth is because it's almost like man, that's crazy. I don't know. I haven't even wrapped my head all the way around the Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. It's almost like he does what he does, right? Because things are how they are, right? Okay. I'm just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? So he does what he does seemingly because of that. Like as far as like, um child, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Just hold on 1 second. You got to hold on. I said, well, dang. Like you know how you shoo off a dog, gone, get. That's how they do it, Diddy. I said, well, God, Lord. I said, somebody is trying to just get rid of him. That is crazy, y'all. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me just say. Yeah, nah, for real, because that is. This is crazy. Because, like, I don't, it's, man, it's so many. It's like a mall. Yeah, for real. This Diddy story is like a mile to me. It's so many damn entrances. You know, you come in any kind of way. But let's just start out with, you know, um, him, bringing guys in. Now it all makes sense. You know, now it all makes sense. Why someone would want to be like not involved, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And just looking, so to speak. That makes more sense now, for sure. But a lot of it don't make sense. I mean, it do though. It do. It's like I hate to say it. I really, really do. But it's almost like that was the missing piece to the puzzle. For real. And before I even started talking to y'all about it, I didn't even really realize that. But like, yeah, that was absolutely the missing piece to the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Now it makes sense why, he would even do all of that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Now it just makes sense. And that's it's really sad, all the while people talking about he this and he that and oh no he ain't. Well, I mean he is, I guess, but no, man, now he seemingly is just insecure, and I don't know why nobody they was just gonna let it just um they was just gonna let it just rock like no, it makes sense now. It makes total sense, The only thing I was gonna say, the only thing that wasn't making sense, but now that even makes sense too, is he would get upset with the women, you know. Um, well, not necessarily upset with them, just like to me, kind of be mean to them. you know. Um, but now it's just, man, that was the piece. I'm telling y'all that was the missing piece because now that I'm thinking about it, and hit the like button. We talking about Diddy right now. He was probably mean to him, of course, when they didn't want to do it. Um, I mean, listen, these people that we're talking about are all human beings, right? So, like, the same type of stuff that regular people argue about. I'm sure, like, Diddy argued with the women that he was dealing with about regular type of stuff, just regular stuff, like, where you been? Why I haven't heard from you? Why you want to answer my texts? Why you want to answer my calls? Why you come up missing? Why'd you go to that party? Who is that? Who was you with? Like typical stuff. So you have that. You know what I'm saying? You have that aspect, like regular normal stuff that he probably was getting into it with them women about. He probably was being mean a little bit. But then at night, you know what I'm saying? At nighttime, it's time to keep your dirty little secret though, you know? And shit, I feel like it seems like the women will get tired of that. Yeah, no, truth is, it seems like they would get tired of being with the other guys. And so, like, that's where, they would get into it with Diddy. And now, looking back with the new information that we have now, y'all, it seems like Diddy was doing it because he thought he needed to. That's what it seems like. You know what I'm saying? From an outsider's perspective, it seems like he felt like he could not satisfy these women that he wanted to be with. And he wanted them to get that still. You know what I'm saying? Um, Seemingly. That's what it seemed like. And he just, seemingly, would I guess, you know what I'm saying, not even really um do too much himself or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But overall, it seemed like it's something he thought he had to do. That's sad. But for real, that's what it seemed like. It's almost like I ain't got it, but we gonna get it for you. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna be happy with me still. Cause like that's our secret. That like, you know what I'm saying? we gotta get it from somewhere else, basically. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm a little mad that we gotta get it from somewhere else, you know? So, you know, um, it's confusing because, you know what I'm saying? He probably was, you know? Because, man, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't think it was something that, like, how can I explain it? It just seemed like it was like out of habit or something, you know? But not like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's hard to explain, but like, I don't know. It just seemed like it would be a headache, you know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, in other words, one would think that he would rather just save his money and, you know, he not have to spend money on it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I think over time, he probably, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's all confusing, but I'm telling you, like, that kind of made it make more sense, though. You know, if y'all picking up what I'm laying down, it just kind of really made it make way more sense why he was doing what he was doing. You know, and it's sad. It really is sad. It was already sad, but you know that makes it even more worse if that makes sense. You know, it's crazy, but mm, it is what it is. Now I will say this though, uh, like I think for whatever reason, right, he got it in his mind that like that's better or that's what he want. But I think his girlfriends was probably like, I'm good with just you. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with just you. And he probably didn't want that. I'm just guessing. I'm not saying it like it's actual and factual, you know, but if I had to guess, right, I think like my common sense tells me that any woman that's already been with him and willing to be with him, you know, probably told him, you know, time and time again, like, let's not do that, you know, let's get that up. Because they probably I was already thinking, like, you don't got to do that. We don't got to do that. You thinking we got to do that because of blah, 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 you know? Like, this is the thing. I wish I could be a fly on the wall when they have them type of conversations. Yeah, nah. I don't know why that never came up. Are they scared to talk about it? Do you think they were scared to talk about it or they really just addressed it and was like, Listen, this is an elephant in the room, you know? I don't know, y'all. Y'all hit the like button and jump in my comments and let me know what y'all think. Um, I don't know. I really don't know because it's Diddy. You know what I'm saying? It's Diddy. And they probably was scared. 9 times out of 10, I don't think they was. I just don't see them being like, hey, I know you might have some insecurities about blase, blase, but I just want you to know I'm good with that. Like I just like that. Those few words that I just said was probably so hard for them to say to him. For real. They probably didn't want no parts in that conversation. You know, but I'm willing to bet. I am willing to bet that somebody said it. Yeah, nah, it just is what it is. He too old and he didn't mess around with too many women. You know, I'm willing to bet somebody said that. Now I will say this, I cannot believe it took them people all this time to say that. Like nobody has never said that. Wow. You know, but mm, you know, it just is what it is too though, you know. It is what it is because like I don't know, I don't know. It's just like I just feel like yeah, that's crazy. Like that is a well kept secret throughout all these years. Yeah, no, I just feel what it is. He kept it on the low. Yeah, nah. Low, 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 low. Low, 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 low. Like Tyler said, y'all. And so anyway, after that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Because 50 Cent tried to say something about it like he always do. Oh, he always do. And they got on his ass. Yeah, no, truth is. They got on his ass. Now, I will say this though. Now, I have heard that about 50 Cent before. They do say that about 50 Cent. Yeah, child. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I have heard that, like, it's just not a monster. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. It's just not a monster. But I said, well, well, then what? Vivica. Child, listen. But now, all jokes aside, out of all people, Selena Powell told 50 Cent ain't nothing funny. Yeah, now truth is, she told him ain't what you. Child, she told 50 Cent. Oh, I laughed so ugly. Selena Powell is correct. Oh. I know they can't stand that cat stacks. Baby, I know they can't stand that modern day cat stacks. Cause yeah, now they didn't get to do Selena Powell like they did cat stacks. Yeah, now truth is, let's talk about it. I don't know what happened to cat stacks. But Selena Powell said, y'all don't like that man. Child, y'all know I love a good meme. Y'all know how that man be doing on the meme when he push his lips at And Selena Powell said, shit. Stop playing with me. I said, ooh, ah, ee. Ugh. I said, hot damn. Selena is funny. I mean, I don't know what to say about Selena. Yeah, now truth is, I will say this about her. I like the talking Selena Powell. Yeah, now truth is, I like that talking Selena. It just is what it is. I like when she be putting us in her business. Uh, so shout out to that. Let me put you on a brief hold. Hit the like button. I'll be right back. Yeah, now truth is, Selena be telling it. So shout out to her. But ugh. Anyway, after that, child, let me move on. 'Cause it just is what it is. I got to move on. Now, first of all, before I move on, how many? Ooh, did y'all see that graduation? Nah, not. I'm talking about the graduation, like where the son had to get on the phone. I said, oh, ah, eek. Oh my God, he got his daddy from 85. Oh, 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 oh. As a parent, child, I know the parents. A lot of parents was weeping. Oh, yes, they was. oh, 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 uh, ooh. It was funny. Yeah, it
was funny. Blueface Mama was mad. Oh, Blueface Mama was mad. She did not like that. No, she didn't like that. But I will say this though, it was sad. Overall, it was sad. It was. Y'all know how I feel about it. Nobody wins with a family feud and like that, baby. That was all out raw. That was a OMG. I said, now what would possess that father? Tell us some get up. Like, had he ever seen his boy? Anyway, Hercules got up in that boy. Hercules got up in that boy and helped him drag his father that day, okay? Yes, that's the story. That's the story I'm telling, and I'm gonna stick to it. So anyway, and then speaking of Diddy, Cassie, word on the curb is Cassie. Her name is Cassie Ventura. Is her name Cassie Ventura like Ace? Now that's crazy to me. But anyway, yes, they say word on the curb is Cassie has left the USA. She left. The word on the curb. So shout out to that. Shout out to that. All you little handlers can go handle somebody else. He's like, but I loved it. I loved it. That's probably what Cassie had said to her fucking self as she was packing her freaking bag. Cassie Bird said that all you handlers can go handle the next year. I'm out. Ooh. Shout out to Cassie and shout out to that. Like, I wonder how that feels. Like, I think at first it's scary, right? But then I think it's something that you get used to. Like, shout out to Miss Mama's baby, because I always felt like I can do it. Yeah. Now, truth is, I'm not. I mean, I'm nervous. I would be definitely be nervous and definitely like be scared for real. But people do it. People do it all of the time. So anyway, shout out to Cassie because speaking of all the time, now make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all know I tell y'all all the time that word on curve is when you be winning, when the people be winning, when the people be winning money from Diddy, it's like they don't get to enjoy it like that. Okay. Yes, allegedly. Um, and I believe it. Man, what? Take the one and leave the one. I believe every single word. It makes total sense. Hold on, yeah, hold on. Yeah, y'all. According to reports, Cassie has left the US without a without no plans to return. I said, shout out to that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I'm just saying for real, cause y'all don't understand. Listen, imagine this. So you know how when you at school, hold on, y'all, hold on real quick. Hello? Hello? It's your girl Shay Renee, aka Doctor. Listen, patience, please. So I don't know why that was so funny to me. Hmm. You know everything greener. You know everything greener. Listen, that old Dr. Brian ain't the only one with some patience. I tell you that. I tell you, Eminem and that. Mm-mm. It's patience all around Shay Renee. So shout out to that. Hold on, y'all. Popping is with a purpose. Now I'm awaken service. And you know everything greener. You know everything greener. I'm gonna have to give me a y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna give me another green light. Let's do a shout out to that. I'm gonna give me another green light. Make it official. I like that.
And I don't really I was just the only one who likes that. I like that song. So shout out to that. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna keep the party going. Give me a second. Shout out to that. Can't say. Hold on. All right, now if you just now get here, hit the like button, get comfortable. This gonna be one of the ones. I would say this gonna be one of the ones, but boom, boom, boom. Um, it is because it's me. What more can I say? You know what I'm saying? Period. Shout out to that. I'm just like that. You know. And I really mean that from the bottom of my uh soul. Um. mm, I'm not do this. Cause like honestly, you know, truthfully, honestly, if I just being for real for a second with y'all, for real, all jokes aside, I feel like I oh period. Y'all know I'll take you there. Period. That just it's just here what it is. Honestly, like that's how I feel. Like, okay, so this is what I want to say for real. And it's really on some humble ish, you know what I'm saying? It's really just like me keeping it real with my audience for real for a second. So like um I know, right? For real. Like I'm kind of struggling to say what I want to say. That's crazy. But it's the truth. But like no, like so let me just say this. Um Honestly, I feel like it's a time with me, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now truth is, let me just sit with that for a minute. I feel like it's always gonna be a time with me for real. And honestly, that's whether I feel like being entertaining or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense? Like, I need that to make sense. Yeah, because it's like, and this is the truth. Okay, for real, this is how I feel about it. Wherever that I might lack, Lord Jesus, fill in the gaps. Fill in the gaps. Do you listen to me now? Wherever I might lack at entertainment wise, I feel like I make up for it in the educational from from an educational scope. Does that make sense? Yeah, let me go a little deeper for y'all. Hit the like button. So, like, as a content creator, y'all, there is always this unspoken feeling of always having to entertain folks, if that makes sense. Yeah, now truth is, let's talk about it. It is. Like you always feel like you have to entertain people. You know what I'm saying? In this business, it is what it is. And, honestly, it's like one of those things that you can kind of sort of unknowingly sign up for, you know what I'm saying? And I know I said unknowingly, but it's the truth, because some people really just come on here just want to be themselves, and they don't realize, that they just don't realize what comes with it, and that is one of the things that comes with it. Like, yeah, if that makes sense, or whoever that need to make sense to. That's just how I feel about it personally for myself, because there will be ups and downs. There will be highs and lows. There will be peaks and valleys. There will be times where you are switching it up, so to speak, you know. Um, and I just feel like
You know what I'm saying? Like, um, some people can be just talking, and then I feel like some people can really be saying something. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And like, I feel like I'm never just talking. You know, it is what it is. There's it's usually always, you know what I'm saying? Um, some purposeful words coming out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like even when I'm playing around, mhm, truth is, and laying around, it's just not. It just don't give that. You know, if that makes sense. Yeah, nah, truth is, I'm always talking about something, something. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't explain it, but truth is. But anyway, I just had to say that because that was just on my heart. It was just on my heart, so I had to say that. But shout out to that. And then so anyway, yeah, shout out to Cassie too. Like I said, for getting herself up out of here, shit, I would have fishtailed out the lot too. But truth is because, like I was telling y'all, allegedly, you ain't finna enjoy no money. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you win some money from Diddy, you will not be, enjoying it for real, allegedly. Like, nah, it ain't gonna be no, um, pina coladas and sunbathing and tanning and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it might be all of that, but I feel like at the end of the night, or by the end of the day, it's gonna get weird, or the next morning. It just is what it is. The truth is, because that's why I was telling y'all. Y'all know how, to me, school is a world is a world inside of a world. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. When people are at work, their place of business, their place or their place of employment, it is like another world inside of another world. Like that's how I feel about certain stuff, and that's how I feel about Hollywood as well. I just feel like it's another world inside of this world, and Hollywood comes with a bunch of weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, truth is, let's talk about it. Like I say certain stuff all the time, Um, in the real world, that might not necessarily be how it works, but in Hollywood, it works like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, man, Diddy can get somebody to call that girl phone for a year straight. You know what I'm saying? If and when he feels like it, you know, contact her. That number don't work no more. Get the next one. you know, do this, mail that. I see this. You're doing that. Like just literally do too much. You know what I'm saying? Do too damn much. And so now that word on the curb is that Cassie then left the US up to the damn A. I'm not really mad at that. Okay, it just is what it is now. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Get comfortable. It's your girl Shay Renee. I'm in the building. I'm gonna put y'all on a brief hold, okay? And I'll be right back. We still talking Cassie.
And so now they saying Cassie didn't caught flights. MNF and you know it was a top flight. hmm Right on up out this, you know. And it is what it is. It's like, child, it's like, I'ma let you have this, you know, cause good luck. Like what did we say? You know what I'm saying? Oh, good luck, child. But I think Cassie got her little money for real. And she would like to, um, just run with little piece of happiness. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Like folks is getting older. And this woman got the coin. She finally got her coin. Let's talk about it because that was her coin. Yeah, truth is, it was her coin all along. Yeah, it was. Sure. I don't know about nobody else, but Cassie deserved, okay, in Mama D voice, because that man, okay, let's talk about it. Like just like when you trying to scrap and get it on. Somebody put their arm in front of you. He held her back. Okay, it just is what it is. He held her up. He held her back. He held her career up. And she never, because of that, her career never flourished. So to me, because of that, Cassie was old her damn time. Okay, it just is what it is. That's why she got it, too. Truth is. Yeah, now her situation was way different for them others. Cassie had legs to stand on in that courtroom. So shout out to her. Shout out to that. Shout out to her attorneys, which she said will be working in New York. She said, yeah, out of lawsuits, all of that, y'all can have it. She said, file it if you must and leave it right on her attorney's desk, right in New York. Yeah, she said, New York City. Like the Pace commercial used to say back in the day, child. Oh, I said, go, Cassie. Child, yes, I'm here for it. Now, I will say this though, because I gotta. I hope Cassie is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like because Cassie just had a baby too. She just had a baby. Like when Diddy was on trial, she was getting ready. Right when Diddy went on trial, I think she was getting ready to have her baby. So that baby ain't even one yet. The baby shouldn't even be one yet. Cause Diddy ain't did no year yet. I don't think since trial. It ain't been no year since trial. So anyway.
Shout out to Cassie, baby, because Cassie got that bread. She out. Yeah, let's dip, baby, dip. Come on, let's dip, baby, dip. Cassie finally got that cotton candy and that gold, baby. She out. She told Diddy, you do. You do. That's crazy too, like oh Lord, I don't know. But anyway, she didn't like I said, she didn't call cash she didn't call flight, baby. A top one. And now she about to get stuff shipped. Shout out to Cassie, shout out to that. Now I wanna say this though. I thought it was so weird and a bit strange that it just said Cassie has left the States. Though, that's how it said. Cassie has left the States with uh uh no plans to return. It said that. I said, well, damn. Did she take anybody with her? Because the hell? It's supposed to say Cassie and family. I mean, because last I checked, that lady had a whole family. Child. Oh my God. Yeah, so what I'm just saying, what? Like, now, I would need y'all to go back I need y'all to go back to the drawing board. Did Cassie lead this man or not? Mm, I don't know, but Cassie said, I'm out. I'm out of the rat race. And that is so funny to me, y'all. It is. I'm like, God, Cass. I'm clapping and stuff. I'm just like, girl, where? They said she didn't say where she was going. Of course not. Y'all think she'll ever send postcards? Or no? Secret location? Honestly, if I had to guess, and this is being real for real, if I had to guess, she'll probably be an expat for a while, meaning she probably gonna go a couple of places before she settles somewhere. Cause I notice people be doing it. It ain't no different than people do it here in the States. Not a lot. Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. People do it in the States all the time. Just some of us don't, but people do. People relocate. Like I be um Well, first of all, y'all know I love a good comment section. And like sometimes I be hearing people talk about where they be moving. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, Houston is a hot spot. Houston is a hot spot. But I want to say one of them Carolinas is too, but don't quote me on that. Okay. Do not quote me on that. Um, but right now, honestly, Houston is the hottest. It is. It's the hottest spot. That's crazy. It's almost like the new Atlanta. It is. It reminds me of the new Atlanta. And the reason why I say the new Atlanta is because y'all make sure I hit the like button. When I was like in my younger years, people would always leave my city and go to Atlanta. Like people always thought Atlanta was the ish. You know what I'm saying? Like the ish. And yeah, Atlanta was hot stuff, baby, back then. Hell, they had me want to move to Atlanta. I ain't know what I ain't. I was about to thank God that I didn't go, but I can't say that, because who knows, who knows, who knows, who knows. Atlanta might would have been a great move for me, but I will never know because I didn't go. But anyway, everybody was city hopping to Atlanta back then. That's why Atlanta has so many people that's not from there in it, for real. This is just a lot of now. I feel like they have their people that's from there, but they got to shit. They been having to share their city. You know what I'm saying? And now Houston been like that too to me though. It has. But it's like that times 50 now. Not even 10, 20 now. It's like that times 50 now. Like it's so many people moving to H-Town right now. It's crazy. But you know, it is what it is. Um, it's yeah, it's one of them things. It's the hottest spot. Now people move to different areas too though. You know what I'm saying? I do be seeing them move to different areas, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it real. Texas is hot right now. Ooh, it is. Like fish grease hot. And I know one thing. Oh Lord. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I just try to get in where I fit in. But like, people leave, people move all the time. But I notice when they be leaving overseas, they be, exploring a little bit. I guess it's gonna, like I can understand it. I feel like it's gonna take some exploring a little bit, honestly. True deal. So shout out to that. And shout out to Cassie. But anyway, let me move on because I gotta move on like Diddy and Bryson Tiller said. So anyway, shout out to that. Okay, and so then speaking of Diddy, his ex, Daphne, okay, which is also 50 Cent's ex, okay. Um, she put out a statement and I need to get that statement, y'all. OMG. But before we get to that statement, because I'ma get it. So shout out to that. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. But like man, listen, let me tell you something. That Daphne. Like, ooh, ooh, whoa, like I got just so much to say. Like, let me just say, let me start off by saying this. I think Daphne is a beautiful woman, and by no means do I ever want to, like put her down. You know, that's just the truth. That is honest God truth. But I just okay. So so she was in the video with Diddy that leaked. Okay, with somebody else, and so she put out a statement about it, right? And in her statement, she was basically saying, okay, I'm just gonna say basically, because I can't give y'all verbatim, and I don't have the statement in front of me right now. But again, I'm gonna get it. But I basically, what I'm saying? It was long, but to sum it up, she was basically saying, like, almost like if a person says, like, that's where I was, you know. But y'all, honestly, y'all, if I'm being real, keeping it all the way real, her statement was so contradictory to me. You know what I'm saying? It was because it's like she was trying to say that, like, mm, mm. It's like she was trying to say, like that is like a part of my past, and almost like, like I'm in a different space now and I know how to love myself and all of this and all of that, right? That's kind of what I got from it. But like it's like, but your social media don't give that, And like I wanted to speak about Daphne um actually before, because I gotta keep it real, it is what it is. Before I even saw Kendra G speak on it, but I saw Kendra G speak her piece on it, and I actually like what she said and how she put it. And everybody's stuff is so monetized these days, so I couldn't get exactly what Kendra G said, but no, I can't, not verbatim. But what I will say is Kendra G was basically telling her that, like, girl, you be doing a lot of your Instagram, and like I had to unfollow you, you know? And she was basically saying that, like, um, then Kendra G started going into detail about how, women be wanting men with money and, and this and this and that. And, basically she was just saying that, like, she ended it just saying, like, when you go after that, you're
like basically putting a price tag on disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That's what she was saying. That's what she was basically saying. Kendra G basically said, like, cover it up, girl. You know what I'm saying? She did. She like spoke to her like from a big sister, you know, like, oh man, a woman who looked like that. You know what I'm saying? Like perspective. It is what it is. Kendra G, she kind of BTA'd her. Yeah, nah, if I'm being real, go to Kendra G's Instagram. Shout out to her. And shout out to that. Kendra G kind of spanked her. For real, for real. Like she gonna do away with Kendra G did way worse than what I'm about to say. Yeah, nah, truth is. You know, but she did it in a polite way. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't ugly to me. Um, but she basically told us in so many words, like, get offline with the 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 shit, you know, the H, you know, shit, you know what I'm saying? Basically, she did. It just is what it is. She said it in a nice, polite way. Now, although I agree with Kendra G, that wasn't the angle that I was coming at. I wanted to just say, like, I just want to say that her social media is so confusing. It really is because, you know, like I said, she gave a statement as if, that was a past me, past tense. But her social media, is like all like it's still like it's raunchy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being real, it just is what it is. It's a very raunchy place. And I'm like, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I did. This is what I thought. I thought Diddy was involved in some type of way. You know, like, okay, so for instance, I thought that like if and when Diddy was like, put something sexy up online, she would. But now I don't know. Now I'm so confused. Because like I said, even um in her statement, she was like, I did that with somebody that I felt like I loved. I thought I loved that person and blah 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 blah. So it's like, girl, are you still with Diddy or are you not still with Diddy? That's one question that I have for you. And then two, why are you still being so raunchy online? Like it's 2026. And if I'm being real, it's not a lot of that online that much. Number one. You know what I'm saying? Not on IG, not where she be wanting to get loose. She's still like we still on Grey Goose. Child, I'm just saying you got to quit getting loose. She getting loosey, shaking her pussy. Oh, all online. It's all online. Girl. And then, not to mention, then they're gonna say her other account, the other account that gets a little loosey.
looser, even looser. Child, let them get even looser. Let them run wild like orangutans, wild orangutans and stuff. I guess, child. I don't know. Y'all know I don't know. Oh, would I would I? Uh, they said she got a sale on it. I said, "Oh Lord," but that's to me, that's besides the point for real. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm coming at this a totally different angle because it's her prerogative. You know what I'm saying? It's her prerogative. Again, I'm not trying to down this woman. You know what I'm saying? I have questions, So like, are you or are you not still with Diddy? One, and then two, like, do you want to turn things around? Like, do you want to? Because she just seems so lost to me, and I feel really, really bad for her. I really do. I feel, well, maybe really, really might not be the right word, but I feel bad for her. I do. As a woman, it just is what it is because it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But um, I kind of agree with Kendra G a lot. Sadly, well, not sadly, but I do, and like I said, Kendra G belt to ass. She did. She basically told her if she keeps, you know, carrying on like she's been carrying on, um, she told her, that she's gonna keep ending up with the same type of guys. It's a lot, but I just want to say, for real, because like I said, I don't want to bash her, right? I just wanted to, get a little bit of clarity. I just wanted to speak my piece on it. Her statement was confusing, right? Because in her statement, she speaks like, "Hey, that's my past." Like like it gave the statement, and I'm not saying I'm quoting her statement verbatim. I'm saying how I perceived it. Okay, it gave like, that's my past. I'm a changed woman now. Period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it had a lot in the middle and between that, but I don't remember all that. That's just how I took it. That's just how I summed it up. But it don't, her life, what she been putting online, don't portray that. It portray, I'm still stuck in the past and like, yeah, so what about it? F y'all. So in other words, it seemed like the statement should have went a little different. But hey, child, look, cause I want to stop it right there. Yeah, now truth is, I want to stop it right there because I could say a lot more, but honestly, it gives like, lady, 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 go get you a job. You know what I'm saying? Just if you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if you can, go get you a job. Cause like, listen, I don't be quick to tell people to get jobs because jobs be hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes. Especially the older you get. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. I feel like the older you get, jobs be harder to come by. It just is what it is because, I feel like older people tend to be a little bit more on the picky side. Older people will tell you what they is and they ain't gonna do. It's a lot that come with it. But still, like, I just feel like it's 2026. Don't be telling people to just go get a job. Like, that's just the easiest thing to do, like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from a time where you used to could actually see a now hiring sign and you can go in there and fill out an application. I come from that time. Oh, I missed that time too, by the way. Yes, Lord, I missed that time. Not saying that I want to ride around and look for signs, but I just I'm just yeah, I'm just stuck in the past for real. Truth is, I'm kind of stuck in the past. Yeah, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. It is what it is. Like I just miss paper, if that makes sense. I miss paper. They want to get rid of it. So anyway, after that, let's move on. Let's talk Tasha K. Shout out to Tasha K. Who she said she got a okay. So she said she got a syndicated deal. So hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that means TV for Tasha K. Y'all hold on real quick.
My bad. Um, hold on, let me see. Girl, ooh, purple sauce. It was bad. It was bad. It was a little. It's like again. I just feel sad for her, honestly, truthfully, and it's just that. And I'm gonna put a period out. So I guess I'm gonna put a period on it because I was already like, kind of like making jokes a little bit. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone. Um, but I'm trying to see what else is going on in the next track. Yeah, we were talking about Tasha K too. Congratulations to her again. Um, so she said the show is syndicated. So yeah, I'm feeling like that means playtime over is the big league. Go. Playtime over is the big league. Go. Hey, I know that's right. mm Well, shout out to Tasha K. Gone, Tasha. Shit. It looks like Tasha K is hold on, let me cut this light out. It looks like Tasha K is packing up. Ouch. Dang. It look like well, it looks like Tasha K might be packing up her bags and going to Hollywood soon. I know that's right. Shout out to her, shout out to that. I need me a Hollywood sign. Come on now. I I think I got to give you one. So shout out to that. That's so funny. Why that got to be so funny to me? Anyway, yeah, truth is, Sasha going to Hollywood. She going to Hollywood. Her and her husband, they packing their bags up. I know they packing their stuff up now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Tasha finna get, um, yeah, yeah, she about to scale up. Imagine that. Now she probably, that's not funny, but it reminds me of Wendy Williams so much. So anyway, shout out to her. Congratulations again. Um, I'm gonna be tuned in. I can tell you that right now. I'm excited for that. And hopefully I'm gonna be tuned in, child. Cause listen, I'm just saying, for real, the way this TV been set up, this TV been weird. Yeah, nah, this TV been weird to me for years now. Like, just to give y'all an example, remember when we were kids? Listen, I'm an 80s baby, you just had to be there. But when I was a kid, right, they used to have, hold on, y'all hold that thought, hit the like button too. Scoot up, get comfortable, hit the like button. I'll be right back. But anyway, okay, so like now when I was a kid, um, they used to have like channels on the TV, you know, like they was automatic if you had cable or not. Important channels, the news. Child, when they took that away from TV, I said, yeah, nah, it's getting weird to me. Like, what did the news do to anybody? Like, and what did it just, it I said, yeah. That was around probably the beginning of the end, y'all, for real. Ugh, for real. Shit got so weird after that. Child, so anyway, let me see. Today gonna be a good day though. I'm wishing everybody a good day. I don't know where you are on your journey of today, but good morning, good morning, good morning, and shout out to you. Okay, and I hope you have a good day. Wishing everybody a great day. Like I said, I don't know where you are. You could be on your way home. You know, could be on break. Somebody got a split shift. Talk to me now. Talk to me now. You might be working from home. Shout out to you and shout out to that. I don't know. You could be on your way to work, on your way in. You know. Um, I don't know. Shout out to you if you already on the clock and you know this love happens to cross you. You know, just listens to you. And I'm wishing you a happy, blessed day. Okay, everybody out there who is listening, I don't know where you are. Like I said, I just don't. I just, will call. Um, I always listening to people around this time. I did. I was, um, while I work nights, I like to listen to people at night. So shout out to that. Um, love nights too. I love working nights, by the way. I do. Yes, 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 I do. It's quiet. It's more quiet. And I feel like you get way more work done. And did I mention quiet? I love a good quiet atmosphere. So shout out to that. But yes, it's Wednesday, y'all. It's your girl Shay and I'm in the building. And you know everything greener. You know everything greener. So shout out to that. Now, um, real quick before I get into these last little topics that I'm gonna get into today. Um, that little girl on that Netflix show. Yeah, the one with the listen, that was sad, 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 sad. Um, I want to send my prayers and condolences to those. families. Um, and I don't know. It honestly, it was given. She did that on purpose. It was to me. That's just my opinion. Um, and that's just how it came off. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I apologize. But that's just how it seemed. Especially when they were saying like it just seemed like honestly, it seemed like she was trying to end it, trying to end it all. And to her friends, and that's the thing too. I think she wanted to end everybody in the car. Everybody in the car, you know. Um, um, I do. Another thing I think is um because remember, and if you just not getting here, make sure you hit the like button and sugar Chevrolet. Hey, I'm in the building. That's what's up. You in the building? I'm in the building. Hit the like button. But yeah, I'm talking about this show on Netflix real quick. Well, it's not a show. It's not a show. It's about that girl. Is it a documentary? I think it's a documentary about the girl who went to jail for you know, essentially tragically harming her boyfriend and his friend. And if I'm being real, like I said, I think it was purposely done, but I don't think she did it to like harm them alone. I think she did it to harm herself as well. I don't think she thought she was gonna make it out. I don't. And um, what else? What else was I gonna say? Yeah, and the friend, I think, because one of the other friends said that the friend changed plans. He was supposed to stay the night with him, I think, but he just all of a sudden changed plans and ended up getting in the car with him. And to that, I say, I think that um, he went with his friend because he asked him to, if that makes sense. Like I think that because remember that same friend had some type of video or audio of that girl wigging out that his mom took to the police. So like with that being said, overall, I just feel like um, to her friends, right? Because her friends was saying that um there's no way she would have did that. It just doesn't make sense. She had her birthday outfit. She had already had gifts from her boyfriend and da 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 da. I understand what you're saying, but like, girl, there might have been a change of plans in that girl's mind when he started acting like he didn't want to be with her no more. It just is what it is. Like that can make a person wig out. Like you have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to call a thing a thing. And so, like, honestly, when the friend rode along, I think he rode along because he thought something fishy was going to happen. I think he thought that he was going to possibly stop the fishy thing from happening, but he wasn't able to. She was ready for all of that, I feel like. And That's just how I feel. But anyway, very sad story. But anyway, and so then after that, let's move on. Cardi B, man, let me just say this. Word on the curve is people saying, I'm telling y'all, y'all know y'all heard it here already, right? My food stores who I always tell, they know. Those they know, they know. I told y'all. Well, Cardi B already told us too. That she said she don't know if she pregnant or not. And now fans been saying it. They think they think there might be a bun in the oven, man. Everything. If she is, that's funny. But congratulations. And like yeah, we just gonna have to keep our eyes on this present. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out to Cardi B. And so anyway, after that, let's move on. Let's talk about Sauce Walker real quick before I get up out of here. Y'all, I'm telling you, we finna talk about Sauce for real fast or real quick, for real, because I don't know what Sauce got going on, but I just feel like when it comes to him and this Drake stuff, he can go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. He's now Sauce said his official response will be coming tomorrow. I think that's what he said. Now, the problem is, I wasn't paying attention when he said that. So, tomorrow might actually be today. It might be today or it might be tomorrow, like Annie said. But, y'all listen, either way, so I was going to have to wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. No. Because at this point, it's like he dragging it, you know? Mm-hmm. Truth is, and I already said, hey, like I don't know, I can't explain it, but for me, for me, I cannot speak for everybody else. I don't want to. Shout out to that. But this is my comment section where news and opinion link. And the news it hit. And I'm like, okay, like, please believe Drake is like, like he the reason why everybody paying attention though. Now that's not to say that nobody cares what South has going on, because people, they do care about what has going on. But at the end of the day, no, Drake is the most important thing about this story, and it just is what it is. Like yeah, I wouldn't mind moving on. Truth is what it is. But South Walker shows us a car, that he bought. Um, so shout out to him and that. But like, yes, Ash, you really got about 2 business days, before we as a culture, we get ready to move on and wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Because it just is what it is. I spoke my piece on it yesterday. I just said, listen, y'all be having yeah, y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all need to pay attention to who y'all having kids with. And that go for both of them. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. They go for both of them. But, honestly, in this situation, people be saying, I ain't never used this saying, by the way. But, sometimes people, I have always heard people say, but they deserve each other. I ain't never used that. But honestly, in this situation, dare I say it,
Sauce and her, they do. They seemingly deserve each other. Mhm. So whoop de doo. You know what I'm saying? Whoop de doo. Whoop de doo. But I will say this, nobody wins when the family feuds. And when it's a child involved, I hope that the two can, satisfy their co-parenting needs. Okay, this is what it is. So shout out to that. I wish them both well. Okay, it just is what it is. But moving forward, yeah, period. Cause I gotta move on. I said I got to. So shout out to that. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. Hey, I know that's right, baby. Listen, see, I wonder is what man. I said I got to. Look at my stuff, my little stuff. Oh yeah. What can I said? Well, what can I see? Mm, uh, uh. Life's lit, yeah. Shout out to that. And shout out to God. And shout out to everybody who listened, okay? Period. I wouldn't care if you listen for a second or you listen for hours, hours, like Mooney Long said. But even if you but if you did listen for hours and hours and hours, like Mooney. Shout out to you. Like special, heavy on it. Yeah, now because it is what it is. Like like I said, shout out to everybody. But like, no, let's call a thing a thing. Sure, we ain't gonna treat it like it ain't that when it is. Hold on, y'all. Oh, baby, I've been making plans for you. That's my kids. Baby, I've been making plans. They sure have. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, so shout out to them. And shout out to that. Child, listen. As long as I'm got the energy, um, I guess I go with the flow. It is what it is. I mean, it is their summer, summer, summertime. Ooh, summertime. Oh, God, yes. Ooh, shout out to that. It is what it is. Um, Baby, I just think heat, drinks, child, and ice cream. Let's get it. Oh, child, and seat belts and gas. Since your girl didn't get the Tesla, since I didn't get no Tesla. But I've been definitely thinking about a Tesla. So shout out to that. I might push up on me one for real. I don't know. I don't know. Like, but they no gas. Damn, that shit sound nice. Right, it does sound nice. I ain't gonna lie. Mm-hmm. And today gonna be a good day. I want you to show me how good it can get, God. Show me. Amen. Cause let me tell you something, baby. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, I tell you, baby, I be trying to, baby. Y'all know, I be trying to I be trying to pick my days, claim 'em, baby, cherry pick 'em. I sure do. Today gonna be a good day, for real. And I be stressing that. I sure do. I really don't have time for it not to be, child. Oh, baby, I've been plans on you. Okay. Well, shout out for that. Baby. Okay, like I'm down. You know, I'm down. I just I may need a reset button now because you know, kids, man, you can take them somewhere over and over and over again and they'll hit you with it. I'm bored. It's like, oh my God. So, y'all know how the summertime is. The summertime is like, whoa, girl. I feel like a mom slash stunt man or some child. It gets real. You gotta get the feel. In the summertime, you gotta get the feel with the kids, baby. You gotta get acrobatic, baby. For real. That's why I had to make me some coffee. Okay. Because
Ah, baby, they been making plans. Yeah, when I say they been making plans for me. So shout out to them though. Hmm. I can't wait till the weekend. That's when I'm gonna make some plans. I know that's right. Yeah, say yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, baby. That's when mama gonna make us some plans. Okay. Period. Cause mm, I'm just thinking of a couple of things I need to do. I got a small to-do list. Ooh. I got a small to-do list for the weekend, but yeah. I'm gonna get up off of here though, y'all. Cause I gotta go. Yeah. And y'all know truth is I don't wanna leave. Come on, somebody. But I gotta go right now. But I'll be back to hold you down. Okay, so remember, I used to think that was. Then I used to. I think I used to think that was Tyrese. I think, if I'm right, which I think I am. I used to think that was Tyrese. Now I think that's Trey Songz. So I think that's Trey Songz. So shout out to him. Shout out to that. Whoa. But I gotta go right now. I like that little tune. I need to. He bust a little tune on that. Yeah, he bust a little tune on that. So shout out to him and that. But anyway, y'all, it's your girl Sharon. I came outside, I conquered. I'm gonna get up out of here, and I'll see y'all on my next video. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment. I want to know what's on your mind. Tell me what's on your mind. So shout out to that. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye y'all.